told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long,
guys.
it hurts
Thanks
to
for being
watch
here.
your blue eyes fade to gray.
Slow down. All right. So, good to see everybody tonight. Hope you all can hear me. We're shooting for a very, very good live stream tonight. This one is going to have a bunch of information that you've not heard before. This is going to get pretty deep. Oh, here you go, Fizzle. Almost forgot. Hold on, give me just 1 second. Let's get something. Let me find her. Where are you? Dude, come on, man. I just saw you. Where'd you go? Fizzle, say something in the chat like ASAP, please, so I can fix that for you. Here she is there. All right, there you go. That should be fixed for you. All right, guys. All right, yeah, so we're going to be talking about Marlena Crawford. And I've got some new info that we've not heard before and some stuff that I haven't ever talked about before. Is the sound good? Everybody can hear me good? Before we move forward, I'm not dealing with any issues tonight. I'm just going to talk about what I got, and we'll move on, so forth, whatever. However it goes, however the wind blows, that's where we'll go. So, guys, how's everybody doing? I gotta ask, and be honest, I don't care if people didn't care too much for it and they were offended, then, so be it. But if you liked last night's live stream, give me a 1. Lex Luthor, that is this channel. And it was on the live that I got titled. You can find it. It's just a very short little segment, as he's not, and I accidentally caught him on my speaker. Lex Luthor, I accidentally caught him on behind the microphone because I was walking from room to another room when he was talking. And Yes, so that's where you can find it. That's a lot of ones, dude. Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sure Don appreciates that too, the support and stuff. He just wanted people to hear his side of things. I want to tell you, the people that are out here talking crap, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and that people conduct themselves this way is freaking sad. It's funny and it's ridiculous. I wanted to give a shout out to my mods for last night. You guys did awesome. You always do awesome. I could not do this without you guys. You work your butts off for us, and we really do appreciate it. Um, so thank you, mods. Thank you for everything that you guys do for us. Um, that being said, the people that are out here talking crap on the other channels, these are people that didn't even watch what was being said. They didn't even hear the the content that was being talked about. They heard what somebody else said the content was about, and then they make comments that make no sense. This is like, again, going into a boxing match and not studying your opponent. Makes no sense. It's like going in blindsided. The same way with people that don't watch content and then try to throw shade, they look pretty dumb. They look pretty dumb. So I encourage people to actually listen to what we were talking about last night, and then you might have a better idea as to what was being said. Nobody is devaluing anybody else's um, experiences and things that happen in their life. That was not the point that was being made last night whatsoever. The point that was being made was that it should have never, ever poured over into Summer's investigation, as there's been no proof whatsoever of anything like that as far as SA and whatnot going on with Summer. The next thing I have to show you, did you guys see the community post of the comment that I screenshot and put in the community section? What's your guys' thoughts on that? Yeah, y'all saw that? I want to get your thoughts on that real quick. Shouldn't have happened. No, should not have happened. And then it was brought forward by a channel that holds lots of influence, and I could not believe people agreed with this. It is not always something. What's up? What is an unfair assessment, Rennie? What? Explain that to me, though. I made it very clear about what I said. I did not put anybody else's situation down. I said that this is the one controversial thing I said. If Don is going to be brought forward as allegedly doing something to one of his stepsisters, then it needs to be said that his stepsister also had a child with a 14-year-old cousin while she was a adult, a legal adult. That's all I said. It's fair. It's fair. That's statutory. That's statutory, whichever way you want to look at it. That's all that I was saying. Um, if it's going to be, if the plate of food's going to be served in this direction, the same plate of food needs to be served to the other person, right? If they have the same kind of stuff going on. It's not fair that somebody else has to, that's not justifying one or the other. Before we get off on the wrong foot, before it said that I've justified anything involving either side, that is not even close to what I said. I'm not justifying it whatsoever. If anything, if it is true on either side, then those people have to, they should have to answer to that. And, but that's what, I got in trouble for saying this, God forbid, a long time ago, that's why we have courts for in the United States of America. That's why we have courts. No matter what crime it is, whether you don't like that crime or hate this crime more than that crime, or you feel like this crime is that, yes, there's different severities to different crimes. You have misdemeanors and felonies, but I'm talking about the same kind of, if it involves any essay, any anything, that's why we have courts. Because as a United States citizen, American citizen, we are given the right to enter into an allegation or a charge under the presumption of innocence, where the prosecution's job is to prove without a shadow of a doubt that somebody is guilty of such thing. Because and disclaimer right here, Clementine, keep Don and Candace off YouTube. I didn't put them on YouTube, Clementine. You keep them off of it. I didn't put them on YouTube. It seems that everybody in the United States has the right to YouTube. I'm not their keepers. Why don't you tell somebody to keep you off of YouTube? Moving on. Disclaimer. Not saying this is the case in any way, shape, or form. Some people, when they get angry, and we see it all the time in popular culture and other places, sometimes people get angry and they jump straight to that person did this to me in a form that I did not allow them to. And it's been proven that those people will recant and say, I was just mad. And that happens. I'm not saying that's the case. But I am saying that due to what we learned last night with property and the money situations, and then the comment that was talked about, that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to pull up that comment. Because this person, I do believe, is part of the family. If it's not, it's somebody lying to me. But anybody that says this is, come on now. So let me put this up. No. Okay, yeah. Rennie says, if a crime was committed by Don's sister, then that's a separate issue and up to the alleged victim to file a report and for the courts to decide. Well, same with this one. It shouldn't have bled over into Summer's case. Also. And as from what I've seen right now, no charges have been filed on Mr. Wells. There's been a lot of talk that people have not pushed through. Don has seen those. And by the way, he saw the complaints made against him. There was no 7 complaints. There's not 7 complaints. That was not true. And no charges have been filed. No lawsuits have been filed. It's because the statute of limitations is Utah. But if the law enforcement felt there was something more to it, they would have went after it. If Don is in this chat right now, he will tell you that Utah had no idea about there being a missing child in this case or involving Don till they spoke to him. Why is that? Why would Utah not have any idea about Summer being missing till they had to talk to Dawn? Does that make any sense to any of you guys? It sure as hell does not me. Why didn't the two sisters say anything about that? It's a problem. It's a problem. But then to go as far as to say that it is wrong for anybody's children, especially a 5-year-old child, to sleep in between their parents in their parents' bed, if that's wrong, and to try to SUalize that, that is uncalled for. That's not fair. There was no proof. There has been no other documentation that was happening within that household, and that's not fair. And I've said that since day one and said that should not have been brought into it. All that SA stuff that came over when that was filed or when that was claimed, because I have a big problem with this, and I'm going to talk about it. I have a big problem with this. Mary did 100% say that Dawn would never do anything, and this is the first thing I heard when they interviewed Mary. Dawn would never do anything, and it was on I can't think of the name of the channel right now, but they took down their content so that people can't see it. But she said Dawn would never hurt Summer. He loved her with all of his heart. Said that Dawn saved her from being SA'd by two of Dawn's buddies in school, and Dawn saved her from it. Then turned around and said that Dawn helped in doing it. That was not, and it wasn't true. I'm sorry, that's what she said. That was out of her mouth. What's up, Jadix? What's going on? Let me share my screen real quick. We're going to be moving off this topic because I'm not talking about it very long. Okay. It says, I'm going to go to full screen so you guys can see this. I put, first off, these are comments that were put on last night's live. And I want to read a specific part that is really upsetting to me. That this person who claims to be a victim of Dawn Wells allegedly says that she is glad Summer is gone. And I emphatically said, how dare you make those claims? And to be flat out honest with you, or with this person, I also said, due to the fact that you chose to wait till after Summer went missing to even say anything or try to help with what you claim is allegedly so much SA happening within the Wells home and did nothing about it whatsoever, then blood is on your hands or on their hands as well. It's time to be real with themselves and own up to and be accountable. We just got cracking. That's what I said. P.S. We have not ever, I meant to say stated, typo, stated, or we have no, I didn't typo for once in my life. P.S. We have not ever started to turn on anybody. While Dawn was locked up, we had to take the same stance as we have always taken with this case. And that is to wait till evidence backs up any and every claim, allegation, etc. If there has been something that has been stated that was wrong or inconsistent, we have called it out, not just on the Wells side, but on every side. Jody Sue's side, the Wells side, all of them. I just have to have something to back it up first before I will call out somebody and say it's an inconsistency. You have to have proof, you have to have facts, you have to have something to back up your claims. Yeah, Don does have every right to defend himself. If other people can defend themselves against things, then Don has every right to defend himself. People said, oh, he admitted. The only thing I've ever heard him say and admit is that they played house and stuff when they were little, and that there was something else said. There's not been any really definitive anything said until somebody can find me that and show me that what was said. Then I will keep this stance. Send me that clip if it's said somewhere more so than playing house. And she showed me mine, and I would show her, or she was going to show me hers, and I would show me mine. That's the only thing I ever really remember. If there could be more and there could not be, but that's really the only thing I heard or I can remember hearing. So here's the comment. How dare you? You have no idea what that disgusting man did to this family. There are more than 7. Just some of us don't want to rehash trauma. Oh, that sounds familiar. Somebody said rehash. Oh, come on, man. You don't want to rehash trauma, but you felt like during a traumatic time where a missing 5-year-old at the time, now 6-year-old going on 7. No, she would have been 5, 6. She'll be 7 in February. That you felt like it was a good time when a missing 5-year-old goes to rehash trauma in the middle of a very, very sensitive investigation case. Never mind, moving on. But for you to sit there and to blame this on other people when Donnie even assaulted his own son, Donnie Jr., and fires what he followed in his daddy's footsteps. First off, his son has never said that Don has touched him ever. And he's talking about his oldest son. He has never said that. Nor his daughter has ever claimed that Don has touched them or hurt them in any way, shape, or form. Sorry, that's just the truth. So that's a lie right there. That's somebody trying to cause their own narrative for people. That's putting fake information out there to spin a narrative like they've done from this entire. I'm not talking about people in Utah. I'm talking about people on YouTube, people that wanted to put facts where they felt like it would fit their narrative better. Sorry, I'm not. That's not true. That's not a factual statement. You all finally were against him, but he got out of jail and smooth talked you all, and now you believe him. No, I will be 100% honest. Let me go back to my screen. I will be 100% honest. When Don went to jail, I listened to certain other people and things they were saying, and I laid my input out on certain things. And I said, it's possible, I guess. I can see where you're coming from there. I guess I can see this. And I will admit that right now in front of Don, God, and everybody here. I have a mind that I will think, and I will at least give it a shot before I will shoot it down. At the end of the day, there has been more evidence that points at other people than the Wells. Don and Candace, and as far as I know, Grandma as well, they all 3 passed polygraphs. Sheriff Lawson stated that. That is 3 people. The statistics of it being accurate go up. The more people are passing the same set of questions, even if they're mixed up and not asked the same. The statistics of them being accurate go up the more people pass. It has to be. That's just, I mean, that's just common sense, right? Okay, going back over here. And I'm not paying attention to the chat right now because I'm trying to read this. You all are finally against him, but he got out of jail and he smooth talked to you, and now you believe him. He did that to us too when he would get sent away and tell us he would never do it again. And then when he came back, every time he would do it over and over and over again. You have no clue what you're talking about. I'm glad that Summer is gone and away with what she went through at such an innocent baby. What? Hold on. I'm going to the whole thing. Hold on, guys. I don't care. I can't answer emails right now while I'm live either. Guys, listen, if you email me while I'm live, I'm probably not going to read it, so you're just going to have to wait till I get done with it. I apologize, not trying to be rude. I just can't. I can't read emails or answer texts or anything when I'm in the middle of doing this. It's not letting me read the whole message. Here, I'm gonna have to read it from my phone. It's okay. Basically, that's the you can see it. Go to the community post if you want to see everything that's said. There it is for you. That's the best that I got. Okay. Yeah, Chris McDonough royally muddied the waters. He should not be allowed. I agree with that. I agree with that. He did go to Utah first. He went and he took sides. He picked favoritism, and he had a person in his crosshairs before he even came to Tennessee, and that was Don West. He came with a narrative saying that it was wrong, that Summer slept with her parents, and tried to turn it into something nasty that it should not have been. Then you have Jody Sue, who tried to come out with the whole shower incident when she was not even in the house. There's no possible way she could even seen to that bathroom in the Wells house from the driveway if she's sitting in a vehicle, or if she's standing outside, or if she's standing in the front door of the house. She would have to walk through two front doors, turn left to be able to even see a bathroom. Sorry, but not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. He brought in a lot of bullshit that did not need to be here. He showed compassion towards people to get his way, and then, and hey, look, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. The day that Chris McDonough interviewed Candace down at the water hole, the horse pond, whatever you want to call it, down at the where they went swimming that day, when he was live with that episode, he got teary-eyed and cried almost, and immediately edited out that he showed emotion towards Candace. Then he talked to Don, and you saw how that changed. He tried to imply that Don Wells was hiding in his shed when he knew good and well Don was not there on that property. Don's truck wasn't there. He heard Candace talking at the dollar store, because Candace was at the dollar store for an hour, and he had to sit out in the parking lot and wait for her to get done shopping. And Candace does spend a lot of time in the store at the dollar store when she goes there, because she talks to everybody there. And you didn't hear me just say that. Chris McDonough backs that up. You can go fact check him too. That's beside the point. That just pisses me off, because I've seen narratives be pushed 100%. All right. On to the subject at hand tonight. We're going to be talking about Marlena Crawford. If you don't know who Marlena Crawford is, if that's the real, I'll go check. Bullhorn Is that Bull Shark Betty in here for real? I'll go check and see if it's her. You're more than welcome to come up here, Bullhorn, if you'd like. Here, let's get that out of the way if you want to. This is for Bullhorn Betty. She's more than welcome to come up here and talk if she'd like. Let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. Let's come up here and say you're yo. I pinned the link to this live in the chat right there. That's for her. If you want to come up here and talk about it, we'll talk about it. Nobody's defending anybody. We're going to play a clip of you, though, Miss Bullhorn, but if that's really you, lying your ass off, saying that you saw the inside of the Wells home when you did not. And you made up huge lies and claims. You were part of the problem when you came to Tennessee. You spread. There she is. Right there she is. Watch this. This right here. You come up here screaming, I'm going to kick you. You want to conduct yourself and talk normal, then that's fine. Don't come up here with that attitude.
First of all, let me just clear a factor. I am a professional. This is my job. And the only time I act erratic or irrational or anything like that is to bring attention to cases. Professional at that. But absolutely with anybody else, I've absolutely conduct myself in a professional manner. So just so that the people in your audience know, hey, I'm Bullhorn Betty. Nice gal, by the way.
I'm not scowling. I'm letting you talk. I'm
happy to have a conversation. It's
the
first time. I mean, out of all the badgering you've done of how horrible of a woman I am, I mean, not really that bad. So, I mean, ask your questions. We've been going at this for a year.
Let's really talk about it. You tried to dox me. You tried to dox me out.
Are you kidding me? I've never doxed anybody.
Whoa. Now let's talk about you tried to dox me.
Never doxed anybody in my life.
Yes, ma'am, you did. I got proof of it.
Sure, show it. Show your
That's
receipts. I guarantee you'll only hear me saying states and counties and stuff. I've never posted an address in my life. I guarantee you 100% proved me wrong.
Okay. That you deleted, but people got screenshots of that stuff. So,
Great. Show them.
There we go.
I'd love to see where I have doxed any person intentionally on my channel. Love to see it.
You absolutely did. You absolutely did. But anyway,
Great.
What I
prove
want
it.
To
Listen,
say
Cam, you're gonna sit here on your channel and say I've doxed somebody. I would like to see the receipt of me doxing somebody.
Didn't you guys?
I've had my house address. I've had my house address posted. I've never done that to anybody. I've had people drive by my home. I've never done that to anybody. So I'd love you to post that. But if you'd like to get on a conversation that we can talk about, I'm happy to have it.
Hey, listen, you're going to let me talk on my platform. You've never had that happen by me. You have, on the other hand, put my information
I've never been on your platform in my life.
Already put it out. You did.
I promise you, I've never been on your
platform.
You
and Molly did try to call CPS. Nobody said.
I have never called CPS. I do not use resources like that. Cam, do not lie on your channel.
Sure
because
did. Hey,
no, I have never called DCF in my life. I've never called DCF ever in my life. Would you like to get on to the topic of conversation in which I'm here? I have never doxed anybody in my life.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Sure. I'm waiting for you. Sure, Chase. Go ahead.
Yeah. Aren't you guys the ones who doxed your source, and then didn't you guys go and get Don Wells fired from his job?
Oh, I've absolutely did get Don Wells fired from his job. So for everybody to know that I am absolutely 100% truthful, you're damn right I did.
Why did you do that?
I did that because you know what? Am I answering the question in which is asked of me?
Yeah, why?
I did that because we talked to Don Wells, and he will tell you, because I guarantee he will come on here and be truthful with you at this moment in time that he told us he would meet us here. He had us get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We went around and went to every place he told us to meet him at. And guess what? He ditched us. So you know what? Bullhorn Betty doesn't put up with that at all.
To get him fired?
Oh, no, I didn't get him fired. I went up there and protested at his job on public property.
Their livelihood because he didn't meet
in accordance with our law. I did nothing wrong. I did everything above board in accordance with the laws of this country and the laws of this state.
But afterwards, didn't you guys stand there and say that you were happy that he was fired?
Actually, the only person that said they were happy about that was me. Everybody else was not happy about it. I was absolutely proud of myself.
How could you be proud of that, Betty?
Because I am.
Anything else? That's what I'm asking. How could you be proud of such a thing, though?
Because he is a murderous person. He hid his daughter. It will come out in court that they are responsible 100%. Did you know that I'm still in contact with Don Wells to this day?
No.
That's wonderful. But how do you know that he's a murderous person?
Because his child is missing.
Yes.
His child is on there. I have done deep dives into this case. I'm not eluded by all the BS like you guys are. And I did our investigation properly and conducted it properly. And at the end of the day, everything comes back to that property.
We could sit together on a panel.
No, you did.
And I guarantee you that there's no way you know more about this case.
Good luck. You know what? My batting average is pretty damn good. I had it right with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie and his parents. I had it right with Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner. We went to the state attorney with the name of the person that killed them. We went out there. We were out in the swamps of Kathleen Moore and Colin Knapp. We identified the exact area in which she was found, and guess what? She was found in the exact area.
But Betty,
fuck with my batting average.
But Betty, didn't you just post fake audio on the Idaho 4 and not take it back?
Actually, you got that wrong. I was on a live, and somebody sent me an audio, and I played it because everybody in my audience asked me to play it, and that is exactly what I did.
Right, but you didn't take it down.
We thought that was legit, and it doesn't matter because at the moment, I guarantee you, Mrs. Chasing Truth, would have done the same damn thing on your live because I've watched you do it before.
You've never watched me do it.
I absolutely have, and I've got the receipts.
I would love to see that because that's untrue.
Happy to post it.
Okay. But you did say you would take it down.
And I did.
Oh, you did take it. You ended up taking it down? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you watched my channel.
No,
I do.
Listen.
I do. I mainly watch a clip channel who covers you.
I know. Isn't it funny? I don't watch any of your channels, but you guys all watch mine.
How do you know you have receipts on me? You just said though, and you've watched me do things.
I do.
I
do have receipts.
If you don't watch me, then
because I don't have receipts on you here. But you know what? But see, Summer Wells was a year ago. See, I'm much further ahead now.
But you're up here now. You're up here now talking about Summer Wells.
I am. I have never been on
and you're still in touch with Dawn.
So channel, and I just happened to be drinking a glass of wine, strolling through the internet. I saw a case and I saw you guys on here, and I said, "Hey, you know what? Bullhorn Betty needs to be there too."
No problem. I mean, we can all have a rational adult conversation.
Absolutely.
I would like to know though why you believe that the way to go about all of this stuff, the way that you do, is
controversial.
Not controversial.
Brings attention to cases. Yep, that's exactly what I do. That's
there's no issue with putting awareness on cases.
Oh no.
Getting people fired from their jobs.
I'll tell you, when Kathleen Moore, black woman, never got one bit of media attention.
That's where
I had to go out there, make a fool of myself, call WFLA racist to get somebody to cover her case. I do whatever it takes to bring attention to cases. You guys got me all wrong. I do what it takes to bring attention to cases.
Can I speak? Let me speak.
Absolutely.
This is my problem. You claimed, I'm going to speak now. This is my issue. You claimed that, and I have the clip because I posted, because you never stepped foot on in the Wells house. You never saw it firsthand. You said there was rats, human feces. You said there was roaches. You said all these things that were untrue.
Yeah, I did.
You said you went in there and you put that information out.
I never
which was
said
wrong.
I went into
that was
their
misinformation.
What did I say?
That was misinformation. Do you want to watch the clip with me?
Yes, I would. I've never went into the Wells property. I've never stepped on the Wells property. I've never trespassed on the Wells property. Why?
Because you've described it.
I've never. Every single cam. I don't care if Marissa went on their property. I have never stepped on their property, nor would I violate the law for anyone. What
I think
people do around me is not, I'm not responsible for. I'm responsible for Andra.
That's his point. He's saying you've never been in their home, but you've described it as if you have been.
Sure have. I sure have.
Right, but you haven't.
So
you're putting out a false narrative.
Why have I described their home to a T? Ask me why haven't
you haven't.
I have.
We've been to their home.
You're right.
We've been there.
And I guarantee if you did not see cockroaches in that house, you are a blind woman.
Oh, okay. Cockroaches is one thing. Rats the size of cats and all of this
not
other
even
narrative.
I went further than that. I went further past the infestation of cockroaches and went to mites and other organisms that were inside their home and that infected their children. Why did I do that, Jason? Why did I do that? Oh, let me explain why I did that before you guys interject yourselves. I did that because I had corroborating evidence by multiple witnesses that told me that. I don't need to see it for my own self.
But that
I have enough. You have 15 people that tell you the condition of that home. And then you go to Chris McDonough's video and you see the condition of the home. You already know. 1 + 1 = what?
You see it after it's been flipped by law enforcement. Hey.
Yeah. That just been searched 7 different times.
It's been flipped by
and you got those kids. And you know what? And Don Wells just told me the other day he needs $10,000 to try to fight for his boys back. Why? Because I'm still in contact with him. While you guys don't think I am, I know. And you know what? He asked me, can we raise $10,000? And I said, I don't know if my audience would be willing to raise that for you because they do not like you.
I 100% believe that you are telling the truth right there.
I absolutely am, because you know damn well he came to you with that request too.
I believe you. Yep. Okay, so she is talking to Dawn. So,
yeah.
All right. I'm going to excuse myself. It was very nice to meet you. All right, Cam, I'm out.
And I'm not that bad.
Hold on 1 second, chasing
truth, and I come with the truth.
No, listen.
While chasing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't get slick. I need you for 1 second.
Don't get slick though, because I've been very respectful. So don't get slick, Betty.
But you know I'm right.
Careful. I don't go after you.
No,
yeah.
You
have.
I can.
I've never said your name on my channel, but I guarantee you said my name on yours. Good day.
She can stay all day. She's
I am telling you.
Go ahead. Listen.
She can't deny that. She cannot deny that.
As an hey, listen, boy, you're lit tonight because you ain't letting nobody else talk.
No, I haven't even gone through my first glass of wine yet. I haven't even drank my first glass of wine, so I'm sick of people telling me I am lit. Glass of wine. I'm trying to get lit so I can get this out of my head.
Can we talk?
Not lit yet.
Okay, I'm going to talk on my platform. Okay,
great. Talk.
Listen, you have a responsibility as an influencer, as somebody who's putting out correct information, that you would see things with your own eyes before you go and say there's kids running around in human feces. And
I never said
that
human
is wrong.
Feces. Not one time have I said
you did. I have the clip.
Then post
I have the clip.
Post it. I have never said human feces. Rat feces,
guys,
roaches, mice.
Casing real quick. Give me just a second. We'll show it.
I hope you do. I'm waiting.
Oh, we're going to. Don't you worry.
Still waiting. Still waiting.
Oh, it's coming. Don't.
Okay. Love to hear me say human feces. Love to hear that. Never said that in my life, so that's why I know I never said that. Still waiting.
You never said that in your life?
Never said that about... I've never said human feces. I can't recall a sentence I've ever said human feces.
You don't need that bullhorn right there on your face.
Well, you got like 1,000 people in your chat, so I'm pretty sure somebody could post the link where I say human feces.
I had it. I had that last night too, and it had nothing to do with.
And you didn't play it, did you? Didn't play the human feces part. Okay. All right.
I have played it before. Here. Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get it pulled up. Give me just a second.
He ain't pulling it up. I tell you, he's not going to pull it up because I've never said that.
Watch this. This is about to eat the damn words that y'all. It's coming. Be ready.
Okay. I'm waiting.
I guess so. Now it's pumping gas.
Listen, you got to give somebody a chance, man. It's playing the damn stuff.
If I hear human feces, Cam, I will wire you $500. How about that? If you can prove that I said human feces out of my mouth, I will wire you $500 right now.
That'll be the $500 I have ever made in my life.
You never shut up.
No, I don't.
You never shut up.
I do not.
We are all here for summer. Dawn has been reaching out to every single one of us.
Too bad none of you guys have done a damn thing for her.
Like, shut up. Just shut up.
Okay. Not gonna happen.
Hold on.
Like, he can kick me out
gonna play
the screen,
this for
right?
me.
Can we just listen?
Hold on, guys.
Let's all come together and talk about something.
Hold on. I've got to mute you for a second because I have to.
He has to mute you because I'm offering to pay him $500 if he can say human feces.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that $500. I just want you to see that you do say shit that you I don't believe that you remember saying.
Good morning, guys. Okay.
I'm going to play it right here on my phone for you because I can't.
I hope you save. I will wire you $500 literally right now if you can say I said human feces.
Not a safe environment for children inside the home. We saw it with our own eyes. Bullshit.
Hold on a second. I'm going to have to play the whole clip in my file section. I got the whole clip right here. That's the one I made.
Okay. Good enough.
No, this is another thing. Here, I'm gonna unmute you, Crystal. Just be chill while I find this.
He ain't gonna find it.
I am gonna find it. Just please.
Yeah, I've never said that. I haven't even said that
Listen.
in a freaking child custody case before in my life. Give me a break.
I didn't mean to come up here talking to you like that, Betty. Okay?
I'm sure you did.
What all of us do. No, it's just that this is not about the things you're talking about. Okay? Dawn is in the chat. Everybody's trying
to. And Dawn knows I'm to being truthful.
Here's the thing.
I was upfront with him. I would never ever say that.
I'm trying to
I
get
do
to
not
the point
lie. I do not disparage
Tennessee.
people.
You did. You spread so much misinformation in
I did not. It was accurate information.
Truth is all about that.
Did.
Okay.
No,
truth is all
about
that.
That's your speculation.
None of us are
not
cops.
like
we are YouTubers. We are on this platform.
How many people on this channel have been out there in Rogersville outside of Cam? I know Cam's been there because I've met him there.
Cam lives
there. He actually got off his ass.
Personally, I wouldn't go there, period.
You didn't go there?
Disrespectful to them neighbors. It's disrespectful.
If neither one of you guys went there, then this is not a conversation any of you need to have. It's a conversation
I've been there several
me
times.
and Cam need to have.
I've been there several times.
It's disrespectful to Summer that anybody.
I just don't put it on YouTube.
None of us are police. We don't have a badge.
I love that. I don't put it on YouTube, but I'm a clickbait bitch. But I don't.
No,
hold on, Crystal. Can you be? Hold on. What did you just say?
I said none of us are police.
Not you, Crystal. Not you, Crystal. What did you just say, Betty?
I said you are a clickbait bitch.
I'm a clickbait bitch.
Whoa.
Your writing checks your fat ass can't cash. Be fucking careful, Betty, okay?
No, I don't.
I have not come here talking shit to you. I have been extremely respectful to you. You're a lying fuck. You're lying. You're absolutely lying. I've been talking shit about you forever.
Yeah. I bet you I can find more clips than Cam can about me talking about human feces. I guarantee you I can find more Betty out of your mouth than he can talk about human feces.
I'm sure.
I'm still waiting for Cam to come up with the human feces.
I'm getting it pulled up, but you're talking so much you have to regulate over you.
Yeah, I don't even know why you're talking shit. I came up here respectful as hell to you. I don't know why you're being crazy right now.
You mean when you sent bitches or supported bitches coming out and harassing me and cyber stalking me?
Who? What are you talking about?
Gotcha.
Cam, can you hear me?
Who did I? What are you talking about?
You're associated with all the hate channels. Come on.
Who?
You.
Who am I associated with?
Whoever Chasing Truth is.
Who am I associated with?
Dawn has something to say to you. Here, Dawn is on here right quick. We're going to talk about Dawn.
Good. I hope Dawn comes up here and he can tell you I have been.
Here, he's right here on my phone. Listen, please, you made him lose his job, and you could at least let him talk.
I made him lose one contracting job, and he can tell
I'm going to mute you so he can speak to you real quick. Go ahead, Dawn. Go ahead, man. Don't do it, Dawn. Don't do it, Dawn. That's Don. I'm gonna get you done before you say anything else. Okay, so listen, he has every right to be upset. I'll unmute you now. He has every right to be upset. He can't work because of you. He's emphatically because of you.
No, he can't work because of him.
Because of you. They won't hire him back.
Because of his actions. I'm not the one with a missing kid.
Can you hear me,
I'm not the one
Cam?
that has a drug problem. I'm not the one that has.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Betty. Okay, you muted her? Oh, my God. Okay, hey, Betty. It's Fizzle. We've spoke once before. I don't watch you, so I don't really know your track record, even though that's what, you say you have a good one. Please don't do that. But I do want to see if possibly you can list what you feel like your list of accomplishments are in the pursuit to find the truth for Summer Wells.
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. Not just Summer Wells, but let's take it a step back. Gabby Petito.
No. Just Summer.
No, shut if you want me to talk.
No. I asked you a specific question, which requires a specific answer. That's all.
Oh, what about Dawn Wells?
Summer, what are your list of accomplishments in the pursuit of finding Summer Wells?
Sure. We exposed the fact that there were sexual indiscretions going on in that house. We have exposed the fact that there was walls not protecting a bathroom in which all children see. We exposed the fact that Dawn Wells, his wife, and all the people that were involved in this were in that home doing things that they shouldn't be. We also learned that Candace, Hunter's first experience with a woman was with Candace. We heard that Dawn Wells took advantage of a woman on the couch. We have exposed a lot of things, from abuse to sexual abuse to otherwise, from that home.
All right, hold on, Cam. So, Betty, my question is a list of accomplishments, not a list of accusations.
Oh, no, these are not a list of accusations. When you have people with firsthand knowledge that come forward and say these things have happened, those are evidentiary value.
And
how has it resulted in finding Summer because she's still missing?
Because they've taken that poor child and dumped her somewhere.
And you don't know that, and you cannot prove that.
She has most likely been moved.
You don't know that. You cannot prove that, so you can't say that that is an accomplishment.
That is untrue.
How do you? How
all of us that are sitting here in the chat, the only person that has spoke to the actual detective is investigating these cases is us, me and the team.
That's not true.
Documented
so,
evidence.
Betty, if you're talking to firsthand sources, and so are all the people.
You don't want to hear the evidence.
No. You've said your list. I disagree that it's accomplished nothing.
Your accomplishments in solving
you have accomplished nothing. No, because just about every creator in this community has talked to people who have given firsthand knowledge. Yet Summer is still missing.
On this panel,
Summer is still missing.
Your accomplishments in solving
Summer is still missing. So
it's all on Bullhorn Betty. Yes, once again, nobody else takes responsibility on this channel other than Bullhorn Betty. What?
Hey, look, I'm going to mute you right now so you can hear, you freaking insane woman. Listen, you don't have any accomplishments. Everything you came out and said was straight speculation. You have nothing to back it up. Oh, you can flip somebody off. You're really good at that. You went off speculation. You went off anybody and everybody that thought that they could get a little bit of airtime to try to bash the Wells, and you called it facts. You came out and said there were 20 dogs. There was no other entrances into the Wells property. That was a lie. You spread misinformation after misinformation until it finally caught up to you. You didn't know where to search. Nobody wanted you there. You went into a church and filmed a little girl with a spy pen in a church. Robin, like you had
I
to
did
apologize.
not do that, Cam. Marissa did. I
you
had
were
no
part of that. No. You were part of that.
Why? Because somebody else did it? So if we were all accused of what people that we hung out with, can you imagine where all of our lives would be right now? And furthermore, what have each and every one of you guys have done? Penny just asked me a specific question, and I'm going to turn that around and ask you guys, what have you guys done in that same vein? What have each and every one of you guys done? When she asked me that, what have you guys have done?
There is absolutely nothing that I specifically have done that has accomplished the task of finding Summer.
Out to Rogersville?
And I am not so big that I cannot admit that. There is nothing that I have done that has resulted. If you don't shut the entire fuck up and let me answer the question.
Little girl, you ain't got no fucking balls for Bullhorn Betty.
First of all, you asked me the question. I'm going to answer. You guys are not
worth my time. What are you at, Cam?
But you sure was sitting up in here, wasn't you? You was, wasn't you?
Viewers. Good luck with that. I just gave you the biggest boost of your career tonight. It's all about all of you. You guys don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. None of you guys have been out there except Cam. And Chasing Truth, fuck you too. Go back to your fucking cunt. Share.
This lady, what?
Boy,
my
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, that's what
so what was it you were trying to say about Marlena? Because that's what we came for.
I have no idea what even just happened.
I knew that was. I wanted to prove a point and let everyone see that's what that one is right there. That's what, because I knew that's how that would go, and that's the person. Everything I listed, she did. She lied about multiple things, and then she bailed out.
That's a mess.
That
was a mess.
She did. She lied.
I mean, the truth of it is, there's nothing that anybody has done that has accomplished the task of bringing Summer home, and that is what everybody claims to be here for. Everybody, whether they do it differently or not, that's what everybody's intention is. Yet, where is she? So what have you achieved? The answer is nothing.
I will honestly say I haven't achieved shit, but I will also say law enforcement did not go pick up things that we found, and you know about it.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's not for the lack of trying.
I didn't put the shit.
That's the only thing we can do as YouTubers is bring awareness to her case.
I tried
and not
so hard. Look, we tried so hard to even be. There's so much we still haven't put out here, and like that thing that just left here, and she does not solve any of those other cases. What she did was put out a bunch of scenarios, and she got lucky when one hit. And that's not fair. You can't. That's not solving. That's bullshit. I'm gonna find this.
I mean, she might be proud of the fact that she's got people fired, or she's spread misinformation, or she's accused people of doing horrible things, but those are all accusations. That's all speculation. None of those are anything that has resulted in bringing home Summer, and that is what the goal is. If what you did not result in bringing home Summer, you're just slandering her parents. That didn't bring Summer home. What have you accomplished? Nothing.
Dawn is so fired up, like
she's accomplished nothing in any case she's been in. She lies about the laundries. Everything out of her mouth is a lie. Everything.
Yes. Yep.
Cam, that's all. Thanks, Cam. Bye, Tracy. Bye, Cam.
I'd really like to hear what you have to say about
Oh yeah, I'm actually kind of psyched about this. I got to find that clip because now she ain't gonna call me a liar. I'll find it at the end. Something.
Well, I got a lot of information. I sent some to Dawn, but I'm going to let you talk. I may come back up later. I'm here listening. I just wanted to tell
if you got any...
Sorry. I couldn't
You're
take
fine.
her
And she was drunk and she would have never came up here otherwise. So thank you for coming up. But yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right, lady. Chasing. You want to speak now? You held it. I was waiting for it. I was like, I kept muting people for you.
I wasn't gonna go crazy on your panel.
I know you weren't.
And I mean, it's not gonna accomplish anything. And we're talking about Summer, so I definitely wasn't gonna be trying to come out of pocket because this is about Summer. So it's not the time or place. I mean, I don't know what her issue is. I don't know. I just wanted to ask her about if she felt okay about getting Dawn fired. And I mean, apparently she feels fine about that. Whatever other gripe she has is not my concern. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So she can just move on somewhere.
What she said tonight, and I will say that it is to the highest degree of evil. You don't go and mess up somebody's livelihood. He's worked there since he's moved to Tennessee. He can't even get a job and for back with them because of that scenario. That's what they told him. That scenario.
Him talking to everybody and to Betty and whoever else he may be talking to. I mean, I would have never in a million years. When she said that, I knew right there she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
So she's not lying. So
yeah, I didn't expect that either.
I didn't either. You know, I'm out. I will continue, of course, to and bring awareness to Summer's case. But, you're fighting a fight, Cam, that we've talked about before, that you can only help where you're sincerely needed to help, right? So what am I, an asshole? What am I, stupid? No, I'm not those things. So,
listen,
I know you know exactly what I'm saying right now.
I do, and you saw me. I was spreading. I was doing stuff on Kanye. I was trying to do stuff that made me happy, and then I got this call that I said, "Sure, I'll speak out on those things that he wanted me to," and he thought it was very helpful. I took it. I mean, I went out on a controversial limb, and I said those things because I know a lot of that to be true from the beginning. There's a lot, and I want you to vouch for this too. There's a whole lot that this channel, and I know she as well, we have never said in Summer's case that is known, and I don't think Betty can say the same on that. And we have, because you try to be protected. I've even got pissed off and had to admit, I've gotten mad and jumped the gun and said things I probably shouldn't have before.
Sure.
And because I just saw there was movement, and I'm guilty of that, 100%. But I've also really held my tongue on a lot of things that may or may not have been could be helpful. But I've had a lot of bad. Um, I've really tried to turn everything over to law enforcement. I don't want to get into this. I just didn't get no return from it. I saw everything I saw came back as being negative, so I gave up on that. I just gave up. And I don't know. It's been
a
a hard
difficult
case on
situation. A lot of these cases, the parents aren't directly involved with YouTubers, right? So in this case, when Dawn was gone, things were quiet and people were able to kind of work and just, do what they could. I prayed he would not come back to YouTube, but this is where his daughter's case is being spoken about, right? So where is he going to be? He's going to be here because it's his child. So that's the hard part.
After what he told me, how they did him while he was locked up, 23-hour lockdown, took all his mail. He was not, and was, trying to break him. And he said there was nothing there for them to break. I was like, that's got to be rough. And I'm sure that a weaker person would break. There's too much things going in favor that I will fight for. I believe that there is more evidence pointing towards others than them.
I mean, I stood on the same, firm platform that I always have. I've never turned on them, and I've never felt as though they were the ones that I needed to be digging into their life. It just never struck me personally that way. And it did strike others that way. But, I've stood in the same place, saying the same things since the very first day that I got into this. So it's hard to watch this. It's really
I want to help. I'm connected to this case, and when they call me and ask me to help, I want to help.
Sure. Yeah,
and, summer. It's the promise that me and Allie made. Summer, and then we started backing away, and then this happened again. Yesterday, I felt like there was a lot of things that needed to be said. There was a lot of things that people needed to know, that a lot of that should not have bled over into Summer's investigation. Some people might think differently. Some people might not agree. So it is what it is to me.
But we've also got to be so careful to say, these are Dawn's views, or these are Candace's statements. These are, these rumors need to be put to rest because whatever. But at the end of the day, we're rehashing the bullshit that Chris did, right?
Yeah.
So is that going to get us anywhere? What is the point?
And then cover. I wanted to bring up that people can't point out a stick in somebody's eye when they got a log in their own. There's that I felt it a lot of people didn't know about that, and that was out there, and there was a time you couldn't talk about people want to talk about, you can't bash. Nobody was bashing any victims of anything. I even told Dawn, I said, if it comes out in court, you're responsible. You're going to pay the piper for this, and it should be that way. But when I came out with my story, I was told I got bashed immediately. I didn't give off the right vibe. How you think? But that's
very,
okay.
Very sensitive topic, right? But
and I'm fine to be able to do that to me all day, but don't do it to somebody who's just coming. I understand that.
We've got to remember that we did not bring these ladies to light.
That's right.
Put their stories out, and Chris, continuously put them online. And it was their choice if they wanted to talk about it. But now that it's been spoken about, it leaves that door open, which it shouldn't, because then people were putting that on Summer's name, and that's horrible. To keep saying things like, because these ladies have accused him of this must have happened to Summer. That's not okay to do. It's wrong. No. We have no proof of that whatsoever. None. And if we know for sure CPS was involved prior, if there was any evidence of that, then I would assume that they'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble, right? So it's just such a screwed up situation.
I choose that. I thought that was important. I'm glad you brought that people knew, and I knew that their side, the parents' side of the story, about how they were closing a case on the 14th. He said for me that somebody that was close enough to witness that property said that made a report that the kids had BB pews, and had Summer had one with the CO2 and then he closed the case. He went on to tell me about how they played outside that day. I mean, that's the last, and this is something that once I sat back and thought about, I didn't think about it first. That's his last memory playing with his child the night before.
That's rough.
That is rough, and I as a father can only imagine, because I would be crucified the same way if anything happened to one of my kids. And I have to step back and say, to look at it through his point of view.
Well, yes, because they'll say, well, Cam talked about his own essay, and so now one of his kids was taken. It must be because he was essayed. Now he did something to his children. That's exactly what would be said. And this is wrong. We all feel somewhat of a responsibility to protect Summer, even though she's not our child and we've never met her. When all this misinformation and arguing and bullshit comes out, we've got to rise above all of that shit and try to just put out solid information if we can, right? So now Don's talking to you and you want to relay his messages, and I understand that, but it's also opening up the door to all the controversy again. Just keep that in mind.
True. It is, and I appreciate that. But he begged me just now to let him come up on here, and I already know. And I told him no, and I kept hanging up on him, and I told him, I said, I will talk and say, if you think I'm not doing this fair, and I told him that he doesn't. There's a reason he can't come on here, and I told him just now, go for the bigger picture. What's the bigger goal?
He can't have it both ways, though, Cam. He can't be talking to her, behaving as though he's not, talking to us, talking to this one and that one, and then putting you in a position to look like a jackass because you've got her up here. And then all of a sudden she says, oh yeah, he just asked me to raise this money to get the boys back. And I'm sitting here like, okay, then. So you've got to keep that in mind. As much as, I've met them in person, I looked him dead in his eyes. I don't feel like they had anything to do with Summer, but I am not a detective. I'm not a law enforcement, but I'm not going to put my heart into something where I'm thinking we're doing everything that we can to help.
This is where
you are dealing with bullshit. I'm not.
Exactly. And I didn't think she was going to come up here and do this. She said all that professional. I was sitting back and was going to let her talk, and then it flipped out. But I'm going to say this about Don. I can probably see why he asked her for that. Because his thinking, he's like, you made me lose my effing job. You made me lose this. Now, you produced the funds to get my kids back. That might be what I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. Hell, it could be the opposite way. He's like, hell, just make me. I don't fucking know. But this is the thing. I'm going to do this Marlena stuff. I got some good stuff. I even got it wrote down because I couldn't put it on the computer, so I got an envelope. So this will be good. I think that y'all get that. This is the end tonight. I'm not doing any more messages through that.
That's a lot.
I wanted it's backfired again in my face. I want to help the best I can. I figured maybe getting a point of view that people hadn't heard and that maybe was new would help. Maybe even somebody that could potentially have her and then hear something and they make a move and they get in trouble. And then she's saved. I try to think positive. I try to think of everything.
I mean, there's so many alphas in this on YouTube. We all have a really strong point of view, and we're all trying to get our point of view across. And I choose to do it trying to be respectful, but homegirl went off the deep end over there. We all
handled yourself. I thought it was going.
No, not when it comes to Summer. It could have been a different, and we would have been just sitting here yelling, but not when it comes to Summer. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I know people want to hear about Marlena and all of that, so I'm off. Good luck.
Thank you for coming. Call me. We'll talk. See you.
Good night.
All right, guys. So we'll move on to this. Sorry about that. I didn't expect for it to go that way. I will have that clip pulled up by the end of this. You guys see me play it 1,000 times. Where I edited it, I think it cut out that one part. I have the full version, and we will watch that by the end of this. So, people, make sure when we get that clip, send that over to her and tell her to keep her $500 damn dollars. I don't want it. Thank you, truck driver Mish. I appreciate it. All right. So, how to get back on track with this? This is going to be a challenge. I don't know who those other people were that were trying to pop up down there. One of them said chasing Truth's attorney, and the other one was some troll accounts, and then there was a guy named Diego that tried to pop up. Guys, the people I let come up on the panel just now were people that I know and have corresponded with before. Nothing against anybody else, but that's the way it was. Moving on to Marlena. Thank y'all for being patient. This you need to hear this. All right. So, first off with Marlena, we all know that her name was not mentioned at all for a very, very long time into Summer's investigation, correct? If somebody wants to find that clip for me, they can. Hold on a second. It's a long time ago. I've had this thing saved for a long time. I know where it's at. Oh, it's in my camera. I got it. Never mind. I got it. I got that clip. Never mind. So everybody, we didn't hear about Marlena's name for the longest time, right? Why is that? Did anybody give me some reasons in the chat? I'm gonna try to be involved with you guys a little bit. It takes 500 Cam. You deserve it. No, I don't want it. Yeah, I'll slow the chat more, guys. I'm sorry about that. I couldn't do it while that was going on. Let me set for everybody right now. Let me slow the chat for you guys, and then we'll be the reason we didn't hear about her, and we saw the picture of her standing with Marlena's daughter, because Marlena liked to drop her daughter off for days while she went and did her thing because of addictions. Now, this is one of the theories. We're going to go over a list right now of the things that happened. This might give you a little clarity as to who Don Wells was talking to when he's referring to the drug addict stealing his tools, breaking into his shed, etc., etc. Please pay close attention. Her name is Marlena Crawford. And if you don't know who she is, I'm slowing this chat while I'm talking. Her dad, Rick Crawford, was the one who preached at the House of Prayer. The House of Prayer is at the end of Light Hollow Road, where JLR did that video out there where we had searched months prior, where I had found, with a group of searchers, we had found something that we felt could be strong potential evidence, and that's what law enforcement didn't go pick up for 3 days. Marlena's dad preached at that church. Marlena is the one who put out, she was talking very closely with another content creator named, I'm not even putting her name out here because she's not somebody I'm going to even talk about on my channel. She don't get the credit for nothing over here. I will not do that. All right, I'm going to slow the chat to 25 seconds. If you need more, just let me know. That should be a little better on you guys. Don's chat said blowback. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, is everybody? If you, the vast majority of people in here know who Marlena Crawford is, please put a one in the chat so I know that we're on the same page and I can move forward. That's the best way to ask. All right. One. Okay, so we got a good majority. If mods and people in here could help me explain who she is, that would be greatly appreciated because I can't go back and it'll take a whole lot to explain it. We got Fred Hill that talks about, seeing what he says is Andy Jr., which that's not Jody Sue's son's name. His name is Damien, but says that he sees uh, Marlena on the property and that Andy Jr. is in the pool with Summer. All that crap came out by Fred Hill. I don't know if that's factual true. There's been true things said by Fred Hill, whatever. That's all that. Well, Dawn gave Marlena, her husband, a job. This is how they tried to be helpful to Marlena. Um, Marlena used them, stole from them, then brought her husband up and stole all of Don's tools from the shed. Uh, does that bring a little clarity into? Um, does that bring a little clarity into the situation as far as when Don talked about his shed being robbed? Then it gets a little deeper. Marlena can't keep a home her over her head. She is in active addiction. I pray for her. I'm not bashing her for that. She does things that most drug addicts and active addiction do. They do whatever it takes, lie, cheat, steal, to get their fix, to get what they're addicted to. I'm praying for you, Marlena. I hope that things get better for you and your daughter and your family. I'm not doing this to bash you while you're down or anything like that. We are only talking about these certain issues because it could be helpful to Summer above all. She is the one who is suffering more than anybody. Even though you might be going through hell, Marlena, and feel like you have nothing for you and your daughter, Summer has, for all we know, nothing. So I'm going to talk about this because there are some things that are very eyebrow raising and very upsetting when you hear about it. So this came from this other content creator who has been, now granted, this content creator that I choose not to name, I tried to be on good terms with, has a close relationship with Marlena, but had found out that Marlena had stole birth certificates, one specifically belonging to a 5-year-old child. Why? First and foremost, I mean, this right here is a big red herring to me. Her daughter, before anybody says that she's trying to get a different identity or sell it on because we live in a time now that you can sell people's birth certificates on the dark web. You can sell people's social security cards on the dark web. This girl does not have that kind of knowledge. I'll go out on a limb and I will say that because there's no, you have to have Bitcoin and all that. If you're stealing tools and stuff from people, I don't see you having Bitcoin and having a Bitcoin wallet. That's my speculation. I could be completely wrong. I just don't see it. Now, knowing this information, I asked Don what his thoughts were about it. And this has been somebody they've been worried about for a long, long time, Marlena, because her husband, which I will have that name out very soon, because he is a career criminal. He has his warrants out in multiple counties for burglaries, thefts, etc. Um, is the chat still going fast, guys? The only way I know how to slow it down is that I'll fix it again. Hold on. Everything's working for me tonight, and then of course that's going to happen. All right, so I'm going to do it like this. That ought to fix it, guys. The chat shouldn't be that fast now. That ought to fix it for good. There you go. No, it's good. Okay, my bad. So we'll meet in the middle, right? From it was to where we'll meet in the middle. I'll go back down to this. There you go. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. Chat's good. Cool. I'm just behind. People say you're lagging. Is it lagging? I can't. Yeah, you can sell anything these days. It's true. So, all right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me. All right. So, do y'all remember? This is the next part. We're going to move on. Just the simple fact that she is trying to steal birth certificates, one belonging to a 5-year-old, is very, very. I don't know the time period that this happened. I'm assuming for it to be a big deal and be brought up, it happened, close to the time that Summer was still 5 years old. Um, Dirty South Cam, you're weak as water. Get out of here, bro. Hey, Mons, I'm not dealing with it anymore. Trolls, they're stupid. All right. So I'm assuming that was around the same time that someone went missing. That something like that would happen. All right. So we've heard about Bobby Dykes and through this investigation. He is a known active. Dude, I'm not even in this tonight. What do you want, Carl? He's in the back. Type it in the private chat, homeboy. If you want up here, you can put it over there. Tell me what you want, dude. I'm not dealing with this tonight. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that so much. DJ said reward. I'm looking for one set of eyeballs I lost in the past chat. I said down for that. Oh man. It's funny. Chasing, if you get a chance, you can come back here in the backstage. I want you to read something up here, by the way. Anyway. Alright. Dude, kick rocks, Carl. I ain't got time for Enchanted Life Path. I don't have time for anybody else's shenanigans. You're not coming up here on this stream. Go to your own platforms and do your thing there. You're not getting me knocked off course. I'm trying to do this. So Marlena brings Bobby Dykes to the Wells house. So it wasn't her husband. Her husband is the Daniel guy. Bobby Dykes is the guy that Marlena brings to the Wells house. Stole all the mechanics tool and all that. Yeah, read that. So we're gonna move. Then we're gonna get to the point of Mr. Do you remember Brandon, the one that was on the lower property with JLR, right? If you haven't seen that video, we can show a little bit of it. JLR goes down to Light Hollow Road and goes to the area back there where Marlena's dad preached, all that. If you listen closely to that live stream, that guy talks about, which falsely I might add, talks about how Billy Arnold and Chad Arnold, they used to party at the Wells house, but they don't anymore. And you know, so I asked Don, I said, "Is this true?" And Don says, "No, no." He said, "Chad, you know, uh, he knows who he is, but that's about it." So I just wanted to make that clear. To if anybody was believing what Brandon said with JLR, you can take it or leave it. I'm sorry. I choose to believe something. You know, Don, everything that he has said, that has been asked, even if it's favorable for him or not, it's been he's been truthful about it. That doesn't matter where you stand on it. There's things that he's done that I honestly, you know, don't 100% agree with, and don't agree with it all. If you know, this is the it's just the truth of the matter. You have to be truth, and I'm sure there's things that if he knew, and about my life that and anybody else here would not agree 100% with the way I've handled things and done things in my life. But you know, I'm trying to step back for Summer's sake and listen to all sides of all the stories. That doesn't mean that I'm taking anybody's side over anybody else's. It's called listening to every side of the story, and until somebody gives me a reason to not believe them and they lie to me, then I believe what they tell me. Sorry, you can hate on that, but then I will believe. You know, that's just the way it is. It's like anybody in your life. If they tell you something and it proves to be right, and they tell you something else and it proves to be right, and they tell you something else and it comes out to be right, uh, you're going to say, hey, they have a track record of telling the truth to me. So I would choose to believe that till they give me a reason not to. Once trust is broken, then it's broken. It's really hard to get that back. I mean, does that make sense? I'm sorry. I'm still all worked up from what happened at the beginning of this. It keeps rolling through my head. No. To my knowledge, no. There has not been any charges filed. Ask him, if Don's still in here? Don, were charges ever filed on Marlena for these things? I'm guessing not, because of how close that picture was taken with Marlena's daughter and Summer. This is another strange thing. Out of everybody that's involved around Summer's case, who's the one person who said that they would charge money for interviews and was very upfront about it on their Facebook, was Marlena Crawford. That seems like somebody, first off, that she was charging outrageous amounts for an interview. She had it up on her freaking Facebook. Second of all, that's somebody who knew that nobody's going to pay that to talk to me, and doesn't have to worry about get an interview being asked of her. Then she goes on. I guess probably somebody did say, "Hey, I will pay that. Come talk to us. I will pay that." And she updated her community, whatever it is, on Facebook. One of her posts she updated said that I will not be talking about the Summer Wells case, as I have bigger and better things to do in my life. Okay, so you got bigger and better things to do in your life because, one, we know you haven't helped search for that little girl at all. Suspect as hell. Did you talk to the police? Did you tell the police everything? I'm sure you did, but I'm sure you didn't tell them everything. You then went and said that Don, while he was in jail, mind you, you waited till Don Wells was in jail to come out with your story on that other platform that Don said that the church had sacrificed Summer. That's when all that came out. KU. I don't know about that. That would be interesting if it was, though. We know all ties to law enforcement. Why not another one? We know that there are Crawfords in law enforcement there. Who knows? Yeah. So I don't know if that's true or not. Crystal's Crime Time says that she claims Pruitts are in law. I don't know. That's something to look into. Maybe. I don't know. That's something to look into. No, I don't know that the birth certificate was stolen the same day that Summer went missing. But what I do know is that it was very, or I don't know that. I'm not going to say I know that. I'm going to say what I have heard. Let me time out because I don't know anything to do with what she did. What has been said, and it's not fact, Bullhorn Betty, because numerous people say something happened does not necessarily mean it happened. So we're going to say that the person who said that this came out of Marlena's own mouth, which is still hearsay, even though it lends a little bit more credibility, it's still hearsay. We're going to say that it's a possibility that this was very soon. So there, we'll use our words there. Let me ask real quick. Let me ask that question. That was a good question. What does Marlena drive? Okay, I'll find out. That's a good question. I don't know if he is or not. You'll have to ask him. Let me see. I'm going to catch up on the chat real quick. See what people are saying. All right. So, give me 1 second. I'll make a phone call and I'll. If Grammy H, if that's the facts, if that's true right there, and I have heard that, if that's the blue minivan, that would be a big, big problem. Because if that is the truth, well, I don't know. We also know that it was said that, holy shit, I just got the biggest epiphany just now. So, it was said that we know that when Grandma Candace and Summer came back, they said they saw a blue minivan sitting across from Jody Sue's driveway where Jackie Dobbs parked. Correct? So that is, I actually did hear that about her driving that blue minivan. And then we also heard that it's possible that Jose could have owned a white HHR. I don't know if that's true or not. There was a Jose Ramon out of that area of New York where he's from that had registered a white HHR. That moving forward, that was also seen by Fred Hill, who you can take it or leave it. But Grandma Candy and Candace said they saw a blue minivan sitting where Jackie Dobbs parks across from Judy Sue's driveway. Also, Jackie Dobbs owned a blue minivan as well. You can look back at his pictures; he owned one as well. But the only way that would happen is if his wife drove it down along with their blue SUV. He had a blue Chevy or GMC like Trailblazer SUV. So if that's though that has been said that she drove a blue minivan. That is I believe that's accurate. Don't 100% say back me on that, but that has been said. So yeah, from very early on. Let me see the next part here. All right. So this is the other thing here with Marlena. There was a lot of fake names that were thrown out too. This gives me a lot of pause. You have Andy Paul. That name came out of nowhere. Are these guys that Marlena had around the Wells property? Because Don said that they would try. Don said he hired Marlena's husband. Then they started stealing from their house. They started trying to take advantage of Don and Candace, and they kicked them out. Then Marlena would leave her child at the Wells house for a couple days, go off on her benders in Knoxville, write that down, Knoxville, come back and, pick up her kid. Well, Don said they got into an argument. Marlena got pissed off, and he could definitely see her getting even and especially thinking that she could make any kind of money off of a child or something. He said that he felt she was definitely capable of doing something like that. This is a lot of things that I wanted to bring to the forefront, but I'm not going to. You got the Brits and everything they're mentioned. They're very close. The Spencers, Crystals, you're correct with that. But till we have there was that one creator that had Marlena wrapped up, because this one creator was sending Marlena money, sending her anything she wanted as she lived in this tent. Okay. And that's how she was keeping her in good terms. So who knows what information that she got was true or not. The big problem is that Dawn, being an addict, self-admitted addict, knowing what it's in saying, hey, I can see her doing something like that to my child. It's something to look at. There's another one to put up on the list. I'm bringing her out here. I'm talking about her a lot tonight to maybe that law enforcement, if they don't know some of these things, now they know. I don't know. I'm sure they know all about it. But then again, we know that there were people like Andrew Hiltz and Jeffy and all of them. Were they questioned by the feds? No, they weren't even talked to. And they came into East Tennessee as early as, as 2020. And with the house story, I even went as far as to try to get Andrew Hiltz to answer my question. Was that house you were looking at, would it have been on maybe East Center Street in Kingsport. If you don't know what I mean when I say that address, then you just got some digging to do. Is Don still in here? I don't know. That was just a lot at the beginning of this live. Crazy. There's a lot more that needs to be talked about. Now, here's some things I'm trying to go off the top of my head about. As far as the Jody Sue goes, in the video that you saw posted is with her talking about the Klan is in Beach Creek, and if you can run in the woods, wash your perfume off. I made a video about that. Now, this did not come from Dawn or anybody like that. This is what has been researched and found out about. The two people that JLR, when he, or not two, but the two people that Brandon, that JLR was with down there when they went walking through the woods and came out on Beach Creek, whatever, Chad Arnold and Billy Arnold, that is accurate that they are part of the Tennessee chapter of the Klan. I don't care to call it out because if they are trying to be secretive about it, then there's a problem. If you ain't going to represent what you represent, sir, then don't be secret about it and hide behind your sheet. If you're the leader of the Klan in that area, then you're the leader of the Klan in that area. That's why everybody fears that man down there. I've looked into him deeply. So my only issue is we've heard Jody Sue talk about on what road out of all roads that the Klan was serving hot dogs to the community on. You know, Light Holler Road, right? So I just had Marlena is tied to all these people as well. That's another point as to why I brought their names up. Everything is always tightly connected. It's always knitted back to the same damn people, the same names, the same outfits, the same cover stories. Nobody knows nobody. Nobody has seen this person. Nobody knows anything about Summer. But yet when it's talked about, then then all of a sudden you'll hear certain groups say, well, I knew this, well, I know that. Then, especially if they're talking on channels they're comfortable on. Pay attention. That's all I got to say. I've been on here an hour and 48 minutes. We're going to pull up this clip real quick before we get off here, because that's what's important to me right now, because I just want to be known that she's not going to get the upper hand on me. She can keep her $500. She can wipe her butt with it for all I care. But let me pull this clip up real quick. Oh no. The fight's out. About to punch your lights out. Here it is. Here I got to pull my editing software up because I know I got the clip there, buddy. Look, I apologize. I know that me off trajectory. I tried to come back and do the best I was prepared to deliver that. But you know what? Sometimes I feel like it is on purpose that I get interrupted like that. I really do. I really do. Really do. Here's I might have to make a presentation. Hold on a second. Let's see what it said here. Pulling the clip up right now. I'll take a screen. Chasing, if you're still in the chat, I'll take a screenshot of all that. Did you see that?
I saw just the very end of it. You need to clarify that it was not Summer's birth certificate that was sold.
I didn't. I never said it was.
Everybody, people in the chat were thinking.
Well, here, tell them.
It was not Summer's birth certificate that was stolen, allegedly.
It was a 5-year-old child's.
Yes, we don't know what child. Allegedly.
Allegedly. And like I said, that came... No, Alexa, we did not talk to you. That was weird. All right, you're mindful of that because did you see?
I don't know what clip we were looking for.
That I edited where her eyes went black on TikTok.
Oh,
that's where does she not say there's human feces? She
yeah,
She does. That's the clip I'm looking for. And I got it right here because this is where I made it from that one night. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. You guys listen because I might play it and then I'll show it. Did I just pass it? Spaghetti. Here it is. This is gonna be funny. And they walk in the club and everybody but me. Everybody but me. Yeah, I was freaking out. Everybody came up on the panel. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it to fill me in.
You're gonna have to go back and watch it. It was insane. Come in here and talk to these people while I'm doing this, please. Okay. While I'm finding this, because I can't. I feel like I'm on the spot, and everybody, like, when I'm pressured. She knew too. She's like, you can't find it. She said, I'll pay you $500. You find that clip. I was like, you already put your money where your mouth is.
Right.
Then I told her just to wipe her butt with it.
That'd be better.
Yeah, I don't want her $500. That's dirty money. That's blood money.
I was about to say, it just came from subscribers anyway.
Yeah, that's it. That's the money they asked from her subscribers to buy her computer and phone and everything.
Send her to all these different places.
Right? Here, I need you to come in here and help me.
I'm not going to come in there, but I'll stay.
No wonder I couldn't find it there because I was looking in images.
That's not going to be in images.
Pure genius material.
You just got stressed out there.
I did very badly. That was rough, man. That hit me like out of left field. Oh, Here it is.
Thank you, Aussie Trisha. I don't know if he showed that.
What? Oh, there's some emails too. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't mean if I missed anybody. I'm very sorry. Oh, Aussie Trisha, thank you so much. I didn't even see it. I was over here consumed by all these clips, trying to find the clip I need. It's one of the last ones I used. Not that one. Not that one. It's Andy's. Not that one.
So,
here, come over here, please, and help me.
I'm not coming in there, but I'll sit out here.
I'm going to make this brief. This one's... I don't even know what that is. Yeah, here it is.
David Bays owns a tree trimming.
Yes, he does. That's true.
Company.
That's very true. That is true.
I'm trying to see what they're talking about in chat here. Sorry.
What do you mean?
I was just trying to see what they're talking about.
Well, help me answer them, please.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about there. Cornbread Mafia, I'm saying. But
there's that old dumbass Balenciaga stuff.
That stuff's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I've got 900 people in here. Listen, I'm going to ask you right now what I find. If you don't care, please give me a thumbs up. That's all I ask for. I appreciate everything y'all do, but that's all we ask for here. I don't know.
Joe Galinati, member for 9 months. She said, terrific job holding to it, Cam. I'm a proud member.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's hard sometimes when things go sideways like that. It really, really is.
Yeah, it's very hard. I'm always glad that I have him because he can hold things together better than I do.
Shit, sometimes, guys, I mean, I go off the rails with it. Okay. I got 1,004 away. I'm going to find this clip real quick, and then y'all...
Maggie B, thank you for becoming a member.
Then we're done. Oh, Maggie B, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. All right, I'm going to have to go to the... I know where that's in her can, I think.
Where it deserves to be.
Yeah, I think I deleted it after I made the clip. But it's I got it still.
Did you not have it in the clip?
For some reason, I didn't put that part in there because I was focused on the part where it said, we got it and we saw in the house. I saw it firsthand. No, I said, bullshit. Because that's why I was telling her. And I couldn't even get a word over her. She was screaming, so she was intoxicated to the highest degree and screaming at the top of her lungs. And it was overwhelming. It was rough. 100% rough. Okay, here we go to the waste can before it gets emptied. So we have made a lot of content.
Oh, I know.
There's the trash. Okay. Found it. Found it. Put your money where your mouth is, Betty.
A glass of wine at her head.
Yeah, she said, that's my first glass. I said, you mean your first bottle? You said finishing off your first bottle. Restore it. Okay. Move to projects. And I'm going to pull it back on here and download it and share it. All right. Restore. Okay, are you going to answer anything? I need your help.
Well, it's mostly people saying yay. So I don't know what I'm supposed to answer.
I said it went to these projects right here. So I don't know where it is. Again. Videos. There it is. Found it.
Her face turned blue. I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
What?
Oh, I can't say. I should let Donnell write that, but I'm not gonna read it aloud.
I'm lagging now. So there, I closed Canva because that's saved. Here we go.
I'm doing good, guys. I hope y'all are doing good.
It's been...
Sorry, I missed this one too. I kind of fell asleep and took a nap, and then when I woke up, he was getting ready to go live, or I would have been in here.
Here it is.
Fine as frog hair.
Yeah, that's all
Aaron
right.
Chase said I'm fine as frog hair. That gets said a lot in this house.
Yes, it does. Is it not download? Please don't do this to me today. I will freak out all the way.
Is it not coming up?
I downloaded it and it's one jerk. Give me just a second. Piece of shit. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's not gonna open with it. Hold on, I got it right here.
You got it.
No, it didn't download. So that's why. That's good. Open baby cam. Come over here and answer these comments, please, babe, so I can get this fixed. I had to go pull it out of the trash can and then
make it a YouTube short.
Restore it. Then I had to no, I'm not. I will make it a short and it's full when I get done. But we're gonna play it right here real quick first.
Oh, Midnight Rain. I was already awake. I just I was in there in the living room and kitchen, and I wasn't paying attention. And then I realized that he was speaking rather aggressively.
Yeah, did you hear me in there?
Yeah, that's why I turned it on, and it was like right at the end of it though, right before she, I guess, rage quit.
So tell them what's been going on. Tell them what we're gonna be, what you've been working on too.
Well, we've been working on a few different things. I still